Does your furry friend take over your bed every night? It's time to reclaim your space while giving them the comfort they deserve with the coldest, cozy dog bed. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to buy now on Amazon.
Canadian cops raided a hotel room this week to arrest a father and son who were in just hours away from carrying out a mass casualty event. The duo had gone so far as to record a video showing them brandishing their weapons in front of an ISIS flag while explaining their intended actions. The family members were named as Canadian citizens Ahmed Fawad Mustafa Eldadai, 62, Mustafa Eldadai, 26, were allegedly armed with an axe and a machete in the video. They were arrested on July 25. Police say that their target was an unspecified location in Toronto. The hotel where they were taken into custody is located just 30 minutes drive from the downtown area. They each facing 6 ISIS-related terrorism offenses, including possessing weapons for the benefit of the Sunni terror organization. Just this week, Canadian citizen Khalid Hussein, 29, was found guilty in England of ISIS membership and sentenced to 5 years in prison. He stood trial alongside hate preacher Anjem Choudhury, who was sentenced to 29 years in prison. Ahmed is also charged with aggravated assault that resulted from an ISIS video he is accused of appearing in that was shot in a different country in 2015, reports Global News. The network reports that the video from a decade ago shows Ahmed, clad in a black robe with his face visible, hacking at an ISIS prisoner in an orange jumpsuit with a sword as the victim was suspended on a pole. The video was shot in the desert and distributed by one of the ISIS media arms, Al-Rad Media. The connection between Ahmed and that video was made through the Royal Canadian Mounted Police's Integrated National Security Enforcement Team. Meanwhile, officials in Canada have said that there is no outstanding threat as a result of Ahmed and Mustafa's intended actions, indicating investigators do not believe that they were part of a larger cell. Officials did not say if the duo were working with other ISIS operatives in different countries. As you know, they were charged with having particular weapons. In other words, we're pretty confident how close they were to moving from simply having those tools and then moving on to actioning that threat, RCMP Superintendent James Parr said. The father and son lived together in the eastern Toronto suburb of Scarborough. The home was also raided on Sunday night, reports the Toronto Star. Neighbors told the newspaper that they were awoken to a sound akin to a car crash which is thought to have been a stun grenade. Surveillance video from the area showed officers with assault rifles raiding the home. Later, an ambulance arrived to take a woman from the home. I don't feel safe at all to know that somebody in my backyard was arrested for terrorism, a neighbor told the Star while adding that they hadn't seen the family that much this year. Another neighbor echoed that sentiment. I feel uneasy. I feel very disappointed that this happened. This street is very quiet, it's very secluded. Any strange car comes here, and we know, Hema Ramparasid said. The neighbors said that they had previously complained to the family about the amount of cameras set up in their backyard that appeared to be focused on the surrounding homes. The suspects were unknown to police prior to this incident. Officials have not said what prompted an investigation into the pair. Nearly 40 members of ISIS have been charged with various crimes in Canada since the group was established in the borderlands between Syria and Iraq in 2014. Around 20 of those have been convicted. Another 14 are awaiting trial. Ahmed and Mustafa will make their first court appearance on Thursday. A decade after the Islamic State militant group declared its caliphate in large parts of Iraq and Syria, the extremists no longer control any land, have lost many prominent leaders and are mostly out of the world news headlines. Still, the group continues to recruit members and claim responsibility for deadly attacks around the world, including lethal operations in Iran and Russia earlier this year that left scores dead. Its sleeper cells in Syria and Iraq still carry out attacks against government forces in both countries as well as US-backed Syrian fighters, at a time when Iraq's government is negotiating with Washington over a possible withdrawal of US troops. The group that once attracted tens of thousands of fighters and supporters from around the world to see